Live from my apartment shitty place thing that I'm recording in that doesn't really matter to you guys at all, but hey, I just wanted to say it. This is Pokemon XD, the Gale of Darkness that I never actually say, hardly ever. So, I'll be honest and say we have fuck all for leads, but I believe we're supposed to be headed this way, so we're gonna do that. I mean, it's the only thing I could think of. And thinking isn't my thing. I also thought maybe ONVS, but I mean, this. That's what? Well, damn, dude, you took no time at all to get your shit purified, didn't you? So I'm gonna go through this door, and we're gonna talk to this guy with either a bandana or red hair. I don't know. Yo, big news, real big news, voluptuous news. That Robo-Kyogre we've been telling you about is finally done. Once Grandpa got down to it and got serious with it, because all the time he was slacking off and doing fuck all, it turned into something amazing. Come here. You have to listen to my grandpa. I don't have to. Just because you said it doesn't mean I have to do it. You could tell me I have to jump off a bridge, but does that mean I'm going to do it? I mean, maybe. It depends on how high of a thing. I always kind of wanted to jump off a bridge. We finally assembled the Robo-Kyogre. It's truly a work of marvel. It's their comics. What's wrong? Is there anything the matter? Well, I sprained my ankle. Well, I'll be. Cypher's headquarters is on Cidark Island, and you intend to go there. No. Cidark Isle, huh? When it's on a place like that, it's a wonder nobody found Cypher's base. The currents around the isle are swift, and the water is always storming. The place can't be approached by sea or air. Well, we're fucked. That was certainly true before, but now, however... The Robo-Kyogre! Yes, that's gonna be it, I'm sure. Precisely, our Robo-Kyogre will be able to reach the isle. Alright, you must prepare to launch the Robo-Kyogre. Well, that was, right. So we did... What? Hey! It sounds like the battle against Cypher is entering a critical stage! There's something I would like for you to have. Please come to me at the ground floor of the lab when you can. Well, I feel like we're not at Cidark yet, so we might as well go. And... You... What? Here you are, over this way, look towards... Yeah, I saw it. Doesn't its blue form thrill you? Blue, actually, if you use the correct color, can make people depressed to the point that they want to kill themselves. So, no, this isn't that blue, but it is a true thing. Do your research on color theory. It's all ready to go. You can leave whenever you're ready. Yeah, that's right. So fuck you. I'll do whatever the hell I want with your green hat and shit. Perhaps Robo-Kyogre is always meant for you to ride from the start. It's all ready to go. You can leave, yeah. You can leave. We're tired of you. There's no telling when you go into Cidark Isle. Please be careful. If you're going to get rough, you scoot back right away. Yeah, that's right. You can leave whenever you want. Yeah, the Pokemon Mart, that's a thing. I did stock up on some items, mostly the fresh water, because we're okay on balls. I might get a few more just because. That's not the way to the lab. That's the lab. This is the first time we've labbed in a while, and we are the rats of which the lab owns, I guess. We're the rat that the lab owns. That sounds right. So Professor Kern, Rahern. I'm glad to see you back. Well, thanks. I'm not glad to be back. There's something I want to give you. Could you come here, please? Did that startle you? Well, I'm mostly confused if that's an actual rug or if that's a painting of a rug, because I'm really curious how the fuck a rug moved in that fashion. The only way that could make sense is if this actually isn't a rug, in which case I'm sure a lot of people would question, why is there a painting of a rug on the floor? That's my immediate thought. Over this way, come with me. Okay. You have lockers. Why? Is this Resident Evil? And what are these boxes and that stuff, like cinder blocks? I don't know. The arrogant cipher appears to have entered a decisive phase. Yeah, you've said that. I think it's a situation calls for a special solution. There's something here that I'd like you to use. Go on, open that box, see what's inside. Okay. I can't. I did. I got a Master Ball. That's a Master Ball. It's the only Pokeball that is foolproof. It has a 100% capture rate. You should only use it if you're sure it's the right thing to do. Keep at it. I was gonna say, could I just not watch you walk away into the sunset? So, like, remember, Coliseum you could totally glitch Pokeballs and stuff. This game you can't, which means you can't Master Ball glitch and just make the rest of the game easy for you, because that would be fun. And, you know, save me the effort of having to have a fucking 10-minute long fight. I'm actually kind of upset at some of these parts, because some of them have turned out to be like 20 minutes, and it's like been 2 battles, and I'm really not happy with the idea that a battle will take 10 minutes or so. I apologize for that. I figured, you know, if we drag it out to at least 2 fights, 20 minutes, you would rather watch that than say, oh, well, here's just one video of a single fight, I feel ripped off, you know? So that's my reason. Do I have to stand up here? That's my reasoning behind it. I'm gonna soothe my goom, as we're already like 10 minutes into recording. I don't actually know the number. I can't see it from down there. It's on the floor. I don't want to touch the laptop. I don't know how to Kyogre. Maybe this? Yes? Okay, that works. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a lot of Power Rangers! So, we're here on the lovely Citydark Isle, thrilling with a complete name that doesn't sound atrociously stupid at all, but whatever. Hey you, that thing you're riding in, it's kind of cool, thanks. I made it myself. I have the feeling I met you in the port somewhere, but I don't give a hoot about that. I do have a problem when someone shows up here without a passage on our boat. Okay. So this guy's a fight, but he's actually a important fight, which is why I'm not cutting away. Because that's a thing I've taken note, and I have at least 5 Shadow Trainers noted. So hopefully a lot of these guys actually don't carry shadows, because it seemed like we were going to get at least a decent amount of progress, but the stopping point may or may not be awkward for you guys, in which case I apologize. So, takedown, that's a good move. We'll Shadow Blitz Crawdon. So that's going to happen. Yeah, no, I apologize for some of these fights taking super, super long. I'm really sorry. I hate the idea of it, but I figured we'll try and make it. And I also thought, oh, well, hey, if we have longer episodes, that's less parts, and in turn with less parts, there's more progress. So, rather than have another game, even though this is going to push the Majora's Mask quality area, yeah, another game passing that, we'll just have it a little bit more tamed as close as possible. And as far as how long this area is going to take, I have currently divided it up into 3 sessions. So this way I can make it a little bit more easy on myself, and hope that, you know, my brain doesn't become overwhelmed in the slightest. So that's my plan. Go ahead, taunt the Growth. Wait, okay, I called on it? Because I actually don't remember doing that already. Like, I legitimately forgot. I'm just talking and I'm not actually paying attention to what I'm doing. That's kind of the way this LP's gone the whole way, really, if you think about it. But yeah. This difficulty curve's quite high, because it goes, like, from, you know, these levels of Pokemon to high up pretty fast. So, this is another reason why having just Claptrap and Mayday is good for me, but probably not for you guys. You guys would probably do it your own way, in which case I applaud you, because doing it my way is probably a bit more frustrating if you're not me. I have the patience to do it, that's why I'm doing it. That was an awkward pause. I was actually biting my nail because it was irritating me. But you cared about that, so you're not supposed to survive with that much of damage. I mean, I guess it's kind of to be expected considering. Oh no, you've killed my barking menace. How dare you? He will bark no more. Well, in other news, we have Paris. Actually, yeah, I think probably one of the things that's going to get me the most about this area is healing as much as possible, because I have a feeling that's probably going to be the majority of, like, my complaint is I'm going to have to go back and heal as much as possible. Because it seems like the shadow fights are at least decently spaced out or something. So that's 120 power, that'd be 90 power, that's dumb. So we'll just bite it again. I was thinking, I was like, oh, your psychic's more powerful. It's not. Bite's going to be our stronger idea. Although I do still need to figure something out as far as feint attack goes. As for now, we're just gonna go with what we got. That's not nice. That's my Paris, dude. Paris has been surprisingly not fucking stupid when I've used him, except for that amount of damage. That was really dumb. It didn't do much at all. And now you're probably gonna die, so we're not even gonna get to, like, I don't know, use that for anything. This Mantine's taking its time dying too. I don't really care for Mantike, if you want me to be honest. That's one of the more forgettable Pokemon. And it's the same design, just in smaller, cutesy anime form. I mean, you could probably say, well, everything here is anime form, but I mean, it feels so much more kawaii than it needs to. Let's try to learn Mean Look. No, I don't care for Mean Look. I don't mean to say that it's a useless thing, but it doesn't work with the strategies I have. I mean, the most use you could have is if you're, like, against the Ninja-esque and you're trying to stop the fucker from using, I don't know, Bat and Pass or something. Golduck's the guy. He's the guy we're gonna catch. So from this point on, well, at least for this session, everyone I fight's gonna have at least 2 shadows. I'm really glad that didn't go further than it needed to, because I would have probably cried. But I really wouldn't have. I'm just glad it worked. So yeah, no, everyone's gonna have 2 shadows, and they're gonna be out at the same time, which is gonna make it kind of challenging and probably a bit, well, let me think. Golduck's water, so we can netball it. I didn't even go to get balls. Damn it. I really thought this one through. Now, I don't like Sableye for anything, mostly because it doesn't have any actual weakness, which is my biggest annoyance with it, but I mean, my understanding is that it's supposed to be, like, horribly defensive anyway, so I guess that's where it, like, makes up for that. But I just really don't like fighting it for anything because I don't have any sort of advantage. Nor do I know what way to fight it. Sableye is the bane of my existence. And it's ugly. That kind of helps too. I mean, I know it wasn't supposed to look pretty, but if you're gonna make it, like, creepy, you could at least make it a little bit cooler looking. Like, Gengar's a pretty cool guy, especially when you think about, hey, that's Clefable's shadow. That's cool. Haunter's cool. I really liked Haunter's cry inside of Pokemon Stadium. Pretty sure I said this in the Coliseum LP, but I actually kind of prefer those cries a little bit more than the Game Boy versions. I understand that. Oh, that's good. That you know, it's improved over time and all that, but I just feel like, hey, we have the fucking audio clips from Stadium and all that. Why not just use it? Or is it to, like, prevent confusion? Because I don't think anyone's gonna get confused. Miltank sounds far more hilarious in Stadium 2 than it does in the Game Boy. The Game Boy, it's like, meh. In Stadium, it's like, meh, which is hilarious for me to hear. And I'm sure it was probably hilarious for you to hear me do that, too. You're dead. You picked a great time to go into hyper mode. Alright, so the Snag Machine can't catch 2 Pokemon, like, back to back. So we're gonna have to use one to catch, which I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on. I only have 3. We're gonna go get more balls after this. Actually, we're gonna get more balls. We'll just waste it in Shadow Hold. The thing has to charge, so you can't just throw and then throw again, which is totally useful as that would be. The game's just saying nope a clock and not letting us do that. So I have to waste a turn doing nothing while you wait on me to catch the other guy. The good news is this feels, I mean, I'll see in the footage later, like it at least went by decently quick, so. We'll just hold him, we're going to cradle him in our arms, and he's gonna do the same to us. He's like, bitch, I'll hold you harder! What kind of ball should we use? Part of me wants to use a Pokey, another part's like, it's probably not gonna work, so we're gonna go with a Great Ball. And then, we don't have anything else to do, so we'll just yell at Magneton in case it fails. And then Magneton will get a sharper eye because it'll be like, okay, I see the prize. Too bad your Great Ball didn't. Or something like that, I don't know. So, I'm probably gonna totally jinx it now. But I honestly feel like catching the Pokemon in this game are far easier than doing it in Coliseum. Like, the amount of times I struggled to have a Pokemon caught and the amount of times that it would break out compared to how often it's done here is drastically different. Hold on, you do what with life? Oh, he just walks over across the bridge. Well, I'm glad they transitioned because they realized he's fucking slow as fuck. What about you, Boat? Boat? Huh? How'd you manage to get here? Oh, you rode that? That's awesome! Even Mr. Varric doesn't have one of those. That's because it was made for me. It excites me sailing. Listen, how about battling, or letting me ride for it? Fine. That's right, that's the spirit of a man on it, so I don't know if this is much of a thanks, but I found it on the ship. Aw. Here I was thinking you were trying to deceive me. What brings you here? Get your errand finished quick so I can go sail with you. Bro, I'm about to head out to get some balls, so if you want to get some balls, let's go. Let's fucking go. I'll drop you off, alright? So I'm going to transition so you don't have to see my crap. But, yeah, in 1 minute.